Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy English Conversation. I am Emma. Today is day number 20 of our 30-day English shadowing challenge. Here is a quick question for you. How do you describe your bedroom in English? Or your favorite restaurant? Or that beautiful place you visited last weekend? Let me guess. You probably say, "It is nice. It is good. I like it." Does that sound familiar? I thought so. Here is the problem. While you are stuck saying, "it is nice," over and over again, native speakers are painting vivid pictures with their words. They say things like, "it is cozy and bright with huge windows," or "it is a bustling little cafe with the most amazing coffee smell," or even, "the atmosphere is so relaxing that I never want to leave." You know what you want to say. You can see it perfectly in your mind, but the words just disappear when you open your mouth. That feeling is so frustrating, right? Today, that changes forever. Imagine this situation. Tonight, you are video chatting with your English speaking friend. They ask you about your room. And instead of just saying, "it is nice," you confidently say, "it is cozy and bright. I have a big window with a beautiful view. The walls are light blue, and it feels very peaceful." Your friend's eyes light up. They say, "Wow, I can actually see it. It sounds amazing." That is the real power of descriptive English. In today's lesson, we have more than 55 phrases to describe anything, plus real conversation practice, and your personal challenge at the end. Are you ready to never say, "it is nice" again? Let us go. Here are your 55 essential phrases for describing things and places. I will say each phrase 3 times. First, at normal speed. Second, slow and clear. Third, normal speed again. Do not just repeat after me. Shadow everything I say. Copy my rhythm, my pauses, and my emotion completely. You are training your brain to think in English naturally. Ready? Let us go. Part 1. Size and shape. These are perfect for describing how big or small something is. It is really big. It is really big. It is really big. It is quite small. It is quite small. It is quite small. It is medium-sized. It is medium-sized. It is medium-sized. It is huge. It is huge. It is huge. It is tiny. It is tiny. It is tiny. It is long and narrow. It is long and narrow. It is long and narrow. It is round. It is round. It is round. It is square-shaped. It is square-shaped. It is square-shaped. It is tall and thin. It is tall and thin. It is tall and thin. It is wide and spacious. It is wide and spacious. It is wide and spacious. Fantastic. You are already sounding more descriptive. Now, let us add some colour to your vocabulary. Part 2. Colours and appearance. Use these to describe what things look like. It is bright red. It is bright red. It is bright red. It is dark blue. It is dark blue. It is dark blue. It is light green. It is light green. It is light green. It is colourful. It is colourful. It is colourful. It looks shiny. It looks shiny. It looks shiny. It is very clean. It is very clean. It is very clean. It looks old but charming. It looks old but charming. It looks old but charming. It is brand new. It is brand new. It is brand new. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. Excellent work. You are painting beautiful pictures with your words. Now next, let us learn how to describe places and locations. Part 3. Places and locations. Perfect for describing where things are and what places are like. It is in the center of town. It is in the center of town. It is in the center of town. It is near the station. It is near the station. It is near the station. It is far from here. It is far from here. It is far from here. It is on the second floor. It is on the second floor. It is on the second floor. It is next to the bank. It is next to the bank. It is next to the bank. It is across from the park. It is across from the park. It is across from the park. It is a busy place. It is a busy place. It is a busy place. It is very quiet. It is very quiet. It is very quiet. It is crowded. It is crowded. It is crowded. It is peaceful and calm. It is peaceful and calm. It is peaceful and calm. Amazing. You can now describe any location perfectly. But what about the feeling of a place? Let us learn that next. Part 4. Atmosphere and feeling. Use these when describing the mood or feeling of a place. It feels cozy. It feels cozy. It feels cozy. It is very comfortable. It is very comfortable. It is very comfortable. It is welcoming. It is welcoming. It is welcoming. It has a warm atmosphere. It has a warm atmosphere. It has a warm atmosphere. It is modern and stylish. It is modern and stylish. It is modern and stylish. It is traditional and classic. It is traditional and classic. It is traditional and classic. It is relaxing. It is relaxing. It is relaxing. It is exciting. It is exciting. It is exciting. It feels safe. It feels safe. It feels safe. It is friendly and lively. It is friendly and lively. It is friendly and lively. Perfect. You have mastered describing atmosphere and feelings. Now, here is something equally important. How to ask others to describe things. Part 5. Asking for descriptions. These are natural ways to ask someone to describe something. What does it look like? What does it look like? What does it look like? Can you describe it for me? Can you describe it for me? Can you describe it for me? What is it like? What is it like? What is it like? How big is it? How big is it? How big is it? What color is it? What color is it? What color is it? Where exactly is it? Where exactly is it? Where exactly is it? What is special about it? What is special about it? What is special about it? How would you describe it in one word? How would you describe it in one word? How would you describe it in one word? What is your favorite thing about it? What is your favorite thing about it? What is your favorite thing about it? What makes it different from others? What makes it different from others? What makes it different from others? Fantastic. You did it. You have mastered more than 55 essential phrases for describing things and places. Your vocabulary has just expanded tremendously. Now, let us put all these beautiful phrases into action with a real conversation scenario. Today's scenario is describing your dream house. We have one detailed scenario for you today. Pro tip: do not just listen passively. Live this conversation. Feel the excitement of describing your perfect home. Imagine you are really designing your dream house right now. This is how your brain remembers language naturally. In this scenario, you are my good friend who just found the perfect house. You are excited to tell me all about it, and I am curious to hear every single detail. Here is how this works. When I pause, try to answer first in your own words. Then, I will give you a perfect sample answer. Shadow my sample answer completely. Copy my rhythm, my emotion, and my pronunciation. This way, you will learn the natural patterns while building real confidence. Ready? Here we go. I heard you finally found your dream house. I am so excited for you. Tell me everything. What does it look like? It is a beautiful white house with a red door. It is medium-sized and it looks very clean and modern. It has big windows and it is really bright inside. That sounds absolutely wonderful. I can already picture it in my mind. Now tell me, how big is it exactly? Is it the perfect size for you? It is perfect for me. It is not too big and not too small. It has 3 bedrooms and a spacious living room. The kitchen is quite big too, with brand new appliances. Perfect. And where exactly is this dream house located? Is it in a nice neighborhood? It is in a very quiet and safe neighborhood. It is near a beautiful park and close to the shopping center. It is not far from my work, and the area feels very friendly. That sounds like an ideal location. What is your absolute favorite thing about this house? What makes it so special to you? My favorite thing is the garden. It is beautiful and colorful, with many flowers and a big old tree. It is very peaceful and relaxing there. I love it so much. I love how excited you are. Your eyes are literally shining when you talk about it. Tell me about the atmosphere inside the house. What does it feel like when you walk inside? It feels so cozy and warm. The atmosphere is very welcoming and bright. It is comfortable and full of natural light. When I walk inside, I feel happy and completely relaxed. You are making me want to visit right now. It sounds like you found something truly special. What room are you most excited about? I am most excited about the bedroom. It is on the second floor, and it is very sunny. It has a big window with a beautiful view of the garden. The walls are light blue, and it feels so peaceful. This sounds like the perfect home for you. I can tell how happy this makes you feel. When do you think you will move in? I am moving in next month. I am so excited. I cannot wait. It is going to be absolutely amazing. I feel so lucky to have found this house. I am so happy for you. You have described it so beautifully that I feel like I have already seen it. Thank you for sharing this exciting news with me. Thank you for listening. I am so happy to share this with you. You are such a good friend. I hope you can visit me soon. Perfect. See how describing creates connection. When you can paint a picture with words, you help others see your world exactly as you do. That is the real power of descriptive language. Now let me give you the describing talk confidence formula. Step 1. Look around you right now. Choose one object in your room or describe the whole room you are sitting in. What do you see? Be specific. Step 2. Pick 5 to 7 phrases from today's lesson that describe what you are looking at. For example, it is medium-sized. It is very comfortable. It is near the window. It looks modern. It feels cozy. Step 3. Practice out loud right now. Describe what you see using your 5 phrases. Paint a picture with your own words. Do not be shy. Your voice matters. Step 4. Share with someone today. Describe something to a real person. It could be your room, your favorite restaurant, or something you bought recently. Step 5. Ask someone else a question. Use one of our question phrases from part 5. Say, "What does it look like?" Or, "Can you describe it for me?" Show genuine interest in their description. You know what? You have just unlocked the secret to making your conversations colorful and interesting in English. But more than that, you have gained the power to help others visualize your world. That creates instant connection and deeper understanding. You now have the ability to make people feel like they are right there with you, no matter where you are or what you are talking about. Before you go, I need you to make me a promise. Promise me you will be detailed. Promise me you will paint pictures with your words. And promise me you will not just say, "It is nice," ever again. The world needs your unique perspective. 4. Your way of seeing things matters. Your descriptions matter. And your voice matters. Every comment you share, every description you give, helps someone else see the world through new eyes. Keep speaking with confidence. Keep sharing your world with descriptive language. Keep being beautifully, authentically you. Until tomorrow's lesson, take care of yourself. Remember, your perspective is unique, your descriptions matter, and your English is getting stronger every single day. Bye, everyone. Take care. And I will see you right back here tomorrow for day 21. Bye for now.